Hello, in this video we are looking at how to solve inequality problems like this. So here we are given two inequalities, 4x less than 2 plus 3x and x minus 8 less than 3x. We are to look for the range of values of x that satisfy both inequalities. That is, we are looking at the possible values that x can be that will satisfy both inequalities, and hence we are to represent the results on a number line. So to do this, we have the first inequality that says 4x is less than 2 plus 3x. So we have to solve this inequality first. To do this now, we now have 4x, we collect like times, bring this to the other side, becomes negative 3x is less than 2. So when we do this, we are going to have x less than 2. Good. We have been able to find solution to one of the inequalities. Let's look at the second one that says x minus 8 is less than 3x. So here what we have to do is to collect like terms just like we did here. That will be x minus 3x less than, this is negative 8. When it moves to the right hand side, it becomes positive 8. So that will be 8. Interesting. Now we can say we subtract this, what we are left with will be negative 2x less than 8. Now there is a rule in inequalities. When you multiply a negative number or you divide through by a negative number in inequality, the sign will change. That is, when you multiply both sides by a negative number or you divide both sides of inequalities by a negative number, the inequality sign will change. So here we want to divide through by negative 2. So we have negative 2x divided by negative 2. So instead of having less than here, what we then have will be greater than 8 divided by negative 2. So if we say negative cancel out, in a situation where we can say, okay, here, negative cancel out, negative 2 cancel out. We also have the same thing there. So here we can say x will be greater than 8 divided by negative 2. Then x will be greater than what we call negative 4. So now we have this value, we have this value, still the same x. What next is to combine them together. Now here is what we need to understand when combining. This statement here says x is less than 2. That is, x can be a value that is less than 2. It can be 1, it can be 0, it can be negative 1, downward. Here is saying x is a value that is greater than negative 4. That means for this condition, x can be values such as negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and above. So now we now have to combine it in this direction. Taking from here, this one say x cannot be greater than 2. So we can start by saying yes, it's true. X is less than 2. X is less than 2. Let me give that the space. X is less than 2. That is what the statement is saying. But this one is saying x is greater than negative 4. So automatically, negative 4 is less than x. So we can say negative 4 is less than x. So this is the range of value that satisfy the equation. The next thing for us now is now to prepare this on a number line. So we draw a number line that we want to prepare this. Okay, so on this number line Now let me try to move this number line away from here, probably prepare another one. Okay, let me just say we want to have a number line now, and that will go from this. Let's just, don't mind my line, let's say this is 0. Now we have the range of -4, so let's have it here, -4 and 2 plus 2, we have it here. So our x now can be said to be from this value, which is -4 down to +2. So this is the range of value that satisfies it, that is -4 less than x, x less than 2. In inequality, since this one does not contain equals to, we are not going to shade this. Assuming we have something like, say, -4 less than or equals to x, that is when we shade the inequality. We shade this place, we shade it, but that is not the case here, so we don't need to shade, and that answer this question.